We are having a discussion with the owner and amongst ourselves about an intercooler for this engine. The intercooler is going to add certainly horsepower to this otherwise lethargic engine that doesn't have a lot of horsepower, but is a diesel and it makes up for it in torque. But what we're going to be doing here is using this intercooler, and this is the radiator for it. Fan comes with it, but we're not going to be using the fan, and some other type plumbing issues come with this as well. But if I were to walk over here, we have the truck over here, and we're going to be using some turbo type hoses, which are harder hoses that don't collapse. And here's the really the business part of this thing, the intercooler part, the exchanging of the cooling and the cooling of the air that goes in. And what we're showing you here is the engine. Now, this is the turbocharger, this is the intake for the turbocharger, this is the out, and then the intercooler goes in line here somewhere, and that's what we're deciding where that somewhere is going to be, and then that goes into the intake and into the engine. So we're using a bunch of elbows and things to figure out where that intercooler is going to sit, that exchange piece there. Could go out back, it could go up front, could go a number of different areas, but it's a pretty neat item, and this is where the cooling lines go in. Air flows through here. The good news is we do have some room to deal with. It's just that the way it's configured is it's kind of a tight, a loop around, and we've got to make some room there. But again, because we've done our engine up in the fashion that we have the air compressor here, alternator down there, and a lot of room all around it, it should allow us to make a good decision as to where this is going to go. One of the things that we have also done this week is worked on bleeding the brakes and bleeding the clutch. So those are all fine, plumbed in, done, as well as the air compressor. We talked about that. All the lines are plumbed and done for that as well. So we're on the verge of starting the engine and getting going, but we just want to figure out this intercooler. One of the last things we have to do is put that intercooler radiator somewhere. It could go with its own separate fan, and we showed that off to the side here, and that might very well happen. We've done that before as well.